Bitcoin can be complicated, and storing your Bitcoin properly can be a bit confusing at first. It's extremely important that you get this right, because making a mistake when storing your Bitcoin could result in you losing it all. So let's look at the different ways that your Bitcoin can be stored, so that you can find the best and safest option for you. The first thing you need to know is that there are several different types of Bitcoin storage. There are hot wallets and cold wallets. A hot wallet is a Bitcoin or crypto wallet where your private key is stored on a device with an internet connection. These are typically wallets that are stored directly on your phone or computer. Hot wallets are often more convenient and allow for quick and easy Bitcoin transactions, but since your private key is stored on an internet connected device, it does open you up to more risks. Think of your private key like the key to your home. You want to protect it because if anyone else has access to it, then they can walk right into your house and steal everything, or in this case, open up your Bitcoin wallet and transfer it to their own. With an internet connected wallet, someone may be able to find your private key if the device the wallet is on is compromised. So hot wallets are more convenient, but they offer less protection for your private keys than cold wallets do. A cold wallet is a Bitcoin wallet where the private keys are not stored on an internet connected device. These wallets are more secure and are often used for long-term storage. If you are depositing large amounts of Bitcoin into a wallet, you probably want it in a cold wallet. Cold wallets are also much less convenient than hot wallets, as you need another device known as a hardware wallet to confirm your transactions. And some types of cold wallets can't send Bitcoin at all unless they are connected to a device and turned into a hot wallet. Those are the two main types of Bitcoin wallets. Wallets like these are considered self-custody because you are holding the Bitcoin yourself instead of allowing another institution to hold it for you. And most Bitcoiners would recommend that you hold your own Bitcoin, especially if it is a large amount. But there is another option I want to touch on. You could instead just store your Bitcoin directly on the exchange where you bought it. So if you buy your Bitcoin on Coinbase or Binance, you just leave it on that platform. They will hold your Bitcoin for you and you don't have to deal with any of the hassle of actually having to set up a wallet. This means that instead of directly holding Bitcoin, you have an agreement with the exchange that they owe you a certain amount of Bitcoin. While this can be extremely convenient, there are additional risks with having someone hold your Bitcoin for you. Just look at what happened to FTX back in 2022. They locked customers from moving their Bitcoin out of their platform, and many people still don't have access to their coins to this day. That is a real risk when you don't directly control your own coins. There is a saying in the crypto space, not your keys, not your coins. Meaning if you don't control the private key to access a Bitcoin, is it really your Bitcoin at all? Many would argue that it isn't yours and instead it is the Bitcoin of the exchange that controls the private key to the wallet it is in. Leaving your coins on an exchange may be something that you want to do if you are only purchasing a small amount of Bitcoin, or if you want to regularly trade it, or if you don't feel comfortable managing your own personal Bitcoin wallet for whatever reason. Many Bitcoiners encourage others not to leave any coins on an exchange due to the potential risks associated with it. As long as you know what those risks are and are comfortable with the platform you leave your Bitcoins on, that decision is ultimately up to you. Now let's move back to self-custody. But before we start to look at the different Bitcoin wallets, let's talk about the most important part of storing your Bitcoin in self-custody, your seed phrase. Your seed phrase is how you access your private keys and therefore your Bitcoin. It is essentially your password to your Bitcoin wallet. A seed phrase is a set of 12 to 24 words that will be generated when you create a new Bitcoin wallet. It is extremely important that you keep your seed phrase safe. If you lose your seed phrase and lose access to your Bitcoin wallet, your coins are gone. There is no way to recover them. If someone else finds your seed phrase and gets access to your Bitcoin wallet, they now have full control over your coins and can do whatever they want with them. Ideally, you would save your seed phrase somewhere offline, maybe write it on a piece of paper and put it in a safe. Some companies even sell steel cases that allow you to store your seed phrase in an indestructible way. You could even just memorize your seed phrase and then you would be able to access your Bitcoin anywhere, anytime, as long as you have a device and an internet connection, of course. It's also important to mention that once you create a Bitcoin wallet with one wallet provider, you are not stuck with that specific wallet. You can at any time put your Bitcoin seed phrase into another wallet and use that one instead. But just remember that if you are using both a cold and a hot wallet with the same seed phrase, your Bitcoin is only as safe as the hot wallet since your seed phrase is exposed to the internet. Now let's look at some of the best Bitcoin hot wallets. As I mentioned before, hot wallets are wallets where your private key is on an internet-connected device. Typically, these wallets take the form of apps on your phone or computer, or as a browser extension. They're designed to allow you to quickly send Bitcoin whenever you want to. Just pull out your phone, scan someone else's Bitcoin address, confirm the transaction, and then you are set. These sorts of wallets are meant for this kind of daily use, but this convenience can come with some risks. If you put your seed phrase onto your phone or computer and that device is compromised, your seed phrase and your Bitcoin could be stolen. If your device is compromised and someone can somehow access your wallet, they could also just send your Bitcoin to a different address, leaving you with absolutely nothing. That's why when using a hot wallet, it is important to be cautious about what other things you are doing with the device that it is on. Hot wallets are ideal for those who want to store small amounts of Bitcoin and make a lot of transactions. When it comes to hot wallets, there are tons of options. We'll take a look at several of the most popular ones so that you can find the one that best fits your particular situation. Potentially the most popular hot wallet is the Coinbase Wallet. This is a separate app from the Coinbase Exchange. While the Coinbase Exchange allows you to buy, sell, and store your Bitcoin, the Coinbase Wallet is a self-custody option meant for those who want a little more control over their crypto. Primarily, this is meant to be used in tandem with the Coinbase Exchange. You can easily connect your Coinbase account to the Coinbase Wallet and transfer your Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. It also has lots of additional features like allowing you to store and view your NFTs. It also has a section where you can view the price charts of many different cryptocurrencies. The Coinbase Wallet is available on your phone through the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. It's also available on computers as a browser extension for Google Chrome or Brave. This wallet could be the ideal option for someone who already has a Coinbase account and wants to use more cryptocurrencies than just Bitcoin. It's also great if you're looking to interact with decentralized finance apps like Uniswap. As a web browser extension, it can easily be connected to these apps, and the phone app itself actually has an entire browser section that lets you connect directly to a whole bunch of decentralized apps. And if you don't have a Coinbase account, that's fine too, because you can still move your Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies into this wallet. It's just more convenient if you are already using the Coinbase Exchange. If you want a hot wallet but only want to use it to store Bitcoin because maybe you aren't interested in other cryptocurrencies, there are some options out there as well. As far as mobile apps go, the BlueWallet is one of the most popular ones. It works great for just simply storing and transferring Bitcoin. It also has options for a Lightning Network wallet and a vault that requires multiple seed phrases to access. The BlueWallet isn't crazy and doesn't come with tons of features like you might see on the Coinbase Wallet, but that's kind of the point. It's simple and does what it sets out to do. As for the desktop Bitcoin only wallet, the one I and many others would recommend is Sparrow. It has a lot of extremely useful features. It's fairly easy to use and has lots of support from many different people within the Bitcoin community. For everything that I mentioned in this video, including all of these wallets, I'll have links in the description below so you can check them out for yourself and see which one you like best. Now we will move into the realm of Bitcoin cold wallets. These are wallets that keep your seed phrase and therefore your private keys offline. While a hot wallet will connect to the internet to send transactions or interact with decentralized finance apps, cold wallets either don't do that at all or do so in a way that won't leave any chance of exposing your private keys. The most common type of cold wallet you hear about now are hardware wallets. Hardware wallets are small devices that store your private keys offline. You often use them with a software wallet, but transactions must be signed with a physical hardware wallet. This adds a whole new layer of security to your wallets, as your seed phrase and private keys are never actually on a device like your phone or computer. Instead, they are on a hardware wallet that does not have an internet connection. Even if someone were to gain access to your computer or phone, they would still need your hardware wallet to be able to sign any transaction and move your coins. Hardware wallets are really amazing and they help to give you peace of mind that your Bitcoin is actually safe. Even the wallets I previously mentioned, such as the Coinbase wallet, can be used with a hardware wallet, so you can get all the benefits of using decentralized apps while having the peace of mind that nobody will be able to access your device and steal your coins. The downside to a hardware wallet is that you need to have that physical device with you and you'll need to go through the process of using it to sign every single transaction. This can be a little tedious, but I believe it is well worth the extra security that it provides. There are a lot of hardware wallets out there. They use different methods for security and they all have different features, but they are made with the same goal in mind: to keep your Bitcoin safe. I've made videos about several of the different hardware wallets, including the Keystone Pro and the Ledger Stacks, and I'll have links to those in the description if you want to check them out. But I'll go over several of the major hardware wallets here so that you can at least have an idea of where to start. The most popular brand of hardware wallet is Ledger. They make the new Ledger Stacks wallet that I mentioned, but their standard hardware wallets are the Ledger Nano X and the Ledger Nano S. These wallets will run you $80 and $150 respectively. They look kind of like little USB sticks, and they support most cryptocurrencies including Bitcoin. As with most hardware wallets, they come with their own companion app that works fairly well. You can use them with most existing software wallets as well. Actually, a really big plus of the line of Ledger hardware wallets is that they are compatible with almost any software wallet due to their popularity. So if you're looking to use a hardware wallet with an existing software wallet, a Ledger device may be the way to go. It's also important that I mention that there has been a bit of controversy lately surrounding the Ledger brand, but I won't get too much into that here. It's just important to know that you may want to read a little bit about them before making any purchases. Another hardware wallet that I personally really like is the Keystone Pro. This hardware wallet works really well, supports a lot of coins, and is reasonably priced at around $130, especially considering that it has both a camera and a touchscreen. Check out my video on the Keystone Pro if you want a very in-depth look at the wallet. They have also recently released a new version of the wallet that updates the look and design of it. A couple of other hardware wallet brands that are very popular are Trezor and COLDCARD. I definitely suggest looking at those two brands too if you are in the market for one of these wallets. It's also important to mention that you should absolutely make sure you are buying these wallets either directly from their website or from the correct seller on Amazon. If you just buy one of these wallets from a random seller somewhere, there's the potential that it has been compromised and your Bitcoin could be stolen. If you don't plan to do regular transactions and just want a place to store your Bitcoin and hold it long term, then you could also use a paper wallet. I feel like I should bring paper wallets up because you hear a lot of talk about them when cold storage is discussed. They were extremely popular back in the early days of Bitcoin, before hardware wallets even existed, and there are many people who still use them to this day. The first thing that you have to do when creating a paper wallet is generate a private and public key for it. This needs to be done on an offline device so that your private key isn't seen by anyone, because as we know, your private key is how you access your Bitcoin. Typically, an older computer is taken offline and then is used to generate the key with a piece of software. Then it will give you a piece of paper to print off that has all of the information on it. It looks a little something like this. Then you should store that piece of paper in a very safe place like a fireproof safe. The problem with paper wallets is that they are hard to do securely. You essentially have to make your own temporary hardware wallet, typically with an old computer, and you have to generate the private key on that. If you do this right, it can be fine, but if you don't, you can easily compromise your wallet and pretty much ruin everything. And if you're creating a cold storage paper wallet, that probably means you want to store a lot of Bitcoin on it so that it's safe. If that's the case, then it really is worth just spending $100 and investing in a good hardware wallet. You can create the private key on a secure hardware wallet device that is specially designed to protect your private keys, and you don't have to use it with other applications or anything. You can just create your wallet, put your Bitcoin on it, and stick it all in a fireproof safe and just leave it there. It'll ensure that your Bitcoin is protected and that you won't have to worry about potentially messing something up like you would during the process of creating a paper wallet. But if you are very confident in your ability to create a secure paper wallet, then it may be an option that you want to go with. And there are plenty of tutorials out there to help you out if that's what you're interested in. But personally, I would just invest in a hardware wallet. Overall, storing Bitcoin can initially seem pretty daunting, but in 2024, the process has never been easier. There are tons of different options, anywhere from using a hardware wallet to just leaving your Bitcoin on an exchange. And honestly, most people are using multiple ways to store their Bitcoin. They may have a large stack on a hardware wallet that they just leave in a safe place, while also having a smaller amount on an exchange that they trust to just use for trading. No matter what your plan is with your Bitcoin, there's a way out there that will work best for you. Just make sure that you are always keeping your private keys and seed phrase safe. Now that you know how to store your Bitcoin, why not check out my video on if you should buy Bitcoin?